Yeah, it's saying that it's going live, and it's now saying that I am live. 9th of March, 10 a.m. Yeah, I've got it.
5 waiting. You're seeing yourself on there, are you?
Yeah, I'm currently live. If you want to refresh
Okay.
it, I don't know
I
if
will.
that's
Yeah.
if that's a
Okay.
thing, but it looks like I'm live.
Oh,
If you're
there
on,
you are. Got
yeah,
you.
there we
Yeah.
go. It's about sort of generally there's about a 20-second delay, so
Yeah,
that's often what it
that's
can
usually
be.
how I work it.
If
But,
you're on
yeah.
YouTube and you want to have a little chat and let us know today, I've got the chat box open so I can see what you guys are saying. So if you want to say hello, that's awesome. But the rest of us, let's see if we can get into a physical warm-up. So hopefully if I hit this button, there we go. So I've got warm-up music. So yeah, rolling our shoulders forward. Let's just see if we can get our bodies moving. If you've just made it out the shower and just had a cup of coffee and just made it to quiet, it's probably a good thing just to kind of get things moving a little bit. And backwards with me, rolling our shoulders backwards. Had some more positive chats this week about physical rehearsals and how we can make that happen, which is all good. Stretching up with your elbows. Good morning, Mum and Dad. They're on YouTube. Dad says YouTube is okay. Good news. Very good. Backwards as well, if you can. We're going to have a little sing through of Higher Love, Hallelujah, and hopefully Symphony today if we have time. Take a deep breath in, throw our arms up into the air. Good, good. Let those arms drop and breathe out. And again for me, take a deep breath in, throw your arms up into the air. Let those arms drop and breathe out. Yep, just do what you can do, guys. That's absolutely fine. Stretching up on one side if you can for me. Very nice. Let the arm drop. And the other side, take a deep breath in. Let that arm drop again. And because it felt so nice, we're going to do that again. Very nice. And the other side. Excellent, and both arms up at the same time again for me. Take a deep breath in. Let those arms drop and breathe out. Very good. Let's hula hoop our hips. Get our bodies kind of hips moving, legs, bottom of your back, and your bottom, and the other way with your hands in the air, if you can for me. Very good. Give your legs a shake. Give your arms a bit of a shake. Give your face a shake out like that. It's not attractive, I know, but no one's watching. Good. Stepping out with a clap. Here we go. 2, 3, and there we go. So yes, as I mentioned, little sing through of Higher Love, then Hallelujah. Going to be doing a lot of learning of Hold On today. Get our heads around that. We'd also have time for good news as well. Let's reach up into 2 claps, 2 claps, 3 claps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, shake it out, 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 shake it out. Very good. Let me see if I can very gently turn this down into a little fade. Right, okie dokie. Moving on now to a vocal warm-up. Bit of an old school vocal warm-up today. So we're going to start with our traditional yum, 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 ya. So we're going to start with our yum, 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 ya. With me. Here we go. Ready? And yum, 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 ya. 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 Yum, 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 ya. Yum, 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 ya. Yum, 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 ya. Very good. Whoa, yeah, yeah. With me, ready, and whoa, yeah, yeah. 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 One more. Whoa, yeah, yeah. One more. Whoa. was quite a lot of reverb on there. Didn't mean quite as much reverb as that. Let me see if I can change this. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's better. Right, okay, let's do our alphabet warm-up. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. With me, ready? And A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, X, Y, Z. Moving up. Here we go. Ready? And A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, X, Y, Z. Keep going. Last one, here we go. Ready? And A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. La 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 la. With me, here we go. Ready? And la 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 la. La 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 la. Moving up again. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mama mama mama. Here we go. 2, 3. Mama 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 mama. Last one. Mama 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 mama. There we go. All right. Yes, playing the piano on a Tuesday morning. Right, let's conclude this morning's warm-up by having a sing-through of Higher Love, shall we? Now, hopefully you remember this one. It's got that kind of calypso feel to it. So if you've got some rum in your coffee this morning, good for you. Only joking. It's a bit early for that, isn't it? Isn't it? Kate says yes. Boo. All right, so just bouncing on your hips. So there's a solo line. If you know the solo line, sing it.
Think about it. There must be higher love.
Secret soloist on a Tuesday morning. I can see you.
Without it, life is wasted time.
You go for it, guys. It's all good.
Look inside your heart. I'll look.
All right, we're stepping out. Here we go. And things look so bad everywhere. In this
whole world, what is fair?
We walk
blind, and we try to see.
Falling
Behind in what could be.
Stepping out with a clap. And
Bring me a higher love.
bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of?
Worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on. Facing our fear and standing out there alone. A yearning, and it's real to me.
There must
be someone who's feeling for me.
stepping out.
Things look so bad everywhere.
In this
whole world, what is fair?
we walk
blind, and we try to see.
falling
Behind in what could be. Whoa, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Whoa, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? I will wait
bass
for it.
or it. Well done.
I'm not too late for Until then, I'll sing my song
to cheer
to cheer the night along.
All right, have a little bop on your hips. I could like stepping out and
I could light the night up with my soul on fire. I can make the sunshine from pure desire.
solo light.
Let me feel that love come over me.
Everyone join in.
Let me feel how strong it could be.
With your woes, and then we're going to do a performance to the streets, all of your neighbours. Here we go. And the Big Men.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love.
Keep breathing.
Bring me a higher love.
Stepping out with the clap.
Bring me a higher love. Higher. Bring me a higher love. Whoa. Bring me a higher love.
That's it. Keep going.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Whoa. Bring me a higher love.
Keep going.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Whoa. Bring me a higher love.
And
Where's that higher love I keep thinking of?
And while I've got you up and while I've got you singing, let's go straight into Hallelujah. You can do it. It's going to be all right. Here we go. And
There was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Morning Mel on YouTube. Let's remember, keep breathing, keep yourself kind of grounded, don't lock your knees, nice and relaxed. Here we go. Your faith.
Your faith was strong when she came through. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight through ya.
Tied.
She tied you to her kitchen chair.
She broke.
She broke your throne and cut your hair, and from your lips she drew a hallelujah.
Hat bass section.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
All right, we're stepping now. Here we go. Be brave. And
Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya.
1, 2,
It's
3.
not a
Stop.
cry you hear
Out.
at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and a broken hallelujah.
1, 2, 3. Well done, guys. If you want to have a little sit down, we've probably got time to have a little look now and see if anyone on Tuesday morning has any good news that they'd like to share with the choir this morning. If you would like to share some good news and you're on Zoom today, if you want to unmute yourself. If you're on YouTube today, if you want to send any comments through of any good news that you're experiencing today, it'll be good to hear from you. Okie dokie, we're nearly there. Let's see. We got first up on the good news taxi rank of joy is Nikki. Nikki in the bass section. Nikki, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Nikki,
I don't know if it's really good news, but I just wanted to say, well done, Joan, for that wonderful article she wrote about her.
Oh, let me see if I can.
100th birthday.
Let me see if I can make you full. If I can replace my spotlight with you. There we go. Look, you're full screen, and I'll just vanish myself. Hang on. I have the technology. There we go. So yeah, lovely stuff. One was
really
amazing story.
well written, Joan. Well,
yeah, good work. Well done, Joan. Congratulations. Fantastic. Joan, how's it all gone in terms of in the household and stuff? Is everyone very proud?
Well, yeah. Most of them haven't even noticed, to be honest. But yes, it was a really nice thing to do. Certainly a lot of our friends have, and it was nice to get some recognition for her and a lot of her colleagues who did amazing work both in the war and afterwards. And yeah, it was really nice. I've got some lovely feedback from it. So
well, we all appreciate it, Jane. Well done. Congratulations. That's great news. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I have good news, I guess, which is the continuation. We've got the festival coming up this weekend. I had a fantastic meeting with Mr. Motivator in terms of pulling that together. I got a special dispensation to go to he does a live session. And I went last night and watched that. It's a lot of fun. He's got two different versions. He has obviously the him standing up and going for it, and then he's got the girl that works with him. It could actually be his daughter, who sits down and does the session, a sort of low impact version of it and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, we're going live with Mr. Motivator. He's really pleased to be working with us. And we've got Katie Ashworth, who some of you guys might know from CBBS, and Gary Wilmot. So yeah, it's all coming together. I've got to try and work out. I've been testing out stuff this weekend because it probably would be better entertainment if I was just doing it live for the first time, because you'd see me make loads of errors. But we're cooking Cornish pasties with Marcus on Sunday, and I made a couple of Cornish pasties at the weekend. I made a couple of trial ones, and they look like they've been dragged through a hedge and run over by a car. And then I made a really good one. So now I've worked out how to do that. And then, like I said, I mentioned last week, I've got this Italian sauce that I'm going to try and pull together. So yeah, the tester ones look good, and that's because with the Cornish pasties, we're going to have to do it. And here's one I prepared earlier, because we've only got an hour to do it. And in terms of doing, it's actually quite straightforward doing Cornish pasties. I'm quite surprised actually, and mine tasted excellent. I was really pleased with them. But anyway, we'll talk about Marcus and the work that he's done and all that, how that all comes to. Did I show you my apron last week? Did I not? Okay, hang on. I might have to go and get it. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'll just go and get it. It's downstairs. 2 secs.
Did anyone see his pasties? Considering they were gluten-free as well, they looked amazing.
wow.
So much so that we actually went and bought all the ingredients to make pasties this weekend, because they just look so good.
Yeah, they look mouth-watering, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they really, really did. So, have you guys all bought tickets for the weekend?
Not yet.
Yes.
We'll do.
Oh, I think it's gonna be really good fun. And the nice thing is, one ticket you can dip in and out of it. It's your donation to Comic Relief as well. It's fantastic. So, oh my God.
So Dad got that made for me, bless his heart.
Oh,
And it's a really nice embroidered apron and stuff like that. So that'll be me doing my cooking anyway. So it won't look this good forever. I can well imagine it'll be a bit of a mess on Sunday. So yeah, so if you can come along, it'd be lovely to see you, and it's all for a good cause. But anywho, it's all good stuff. Let's dance out the end of today's goodies. Anyone got any questions about any of that at all? You all okay? Yeah? Cool beans. Oh yes, hello.
It's Carol here.
Hi.
I just wanted to say it's Sue Adams' birthday tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes, it is. It's the 10th.
Righty ho. So Sue, we're gonna have to sing you a happy birthday then. Should we do a big unmuted happy birthday for Sue? That would be a nice thing to do. And if you've got a birthday in the next week, this can be for you as well. So here we go. Ready with me, everyone? And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sue.
And everyone.
And everyone else. Happy birthday to you. I think even when we're back in the room, we should try and do. We should try.
Thank you very much.
We should try and do out of time happy birthdays, even when we're out of lockdown, just to pay homage to this special time in our lives. Oh yes, very excited dog in the background as well. So let's dance out the end of today's good news. There we go. All right, super duper. So, what we're going to do today is this. We're looking at the song Hold On. So if I click on here, you had the video tutorials this week. They were led by the lovely Glenn. Hope you got on all right with Glenn. So that's all good. You had a good time with that. So we're going to cover off those notes today. Hopefully we're feeling all right about it. Oh, thank you, Kate. Got a cup of tea. That's nice, isn't it? Right, okie dokie. So let's just sing through Hold On from the top, and let's just see what happens. If I click this button, hit this button, we should be able to hear that. Turn those up a bit. All right, let's go for it, guys. It's Tuesday morning. I'm giving you permission to sing really loudly. Just make it happen. Let's see if we can impress the neighbours. Here we go. And
I know this pain.
together.
Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? No one can change your life except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. Just open your heart and your mind. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Oh, someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye.
Till
Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
Okay, let's go straight into verse 2. Have a sing through that and chorus 2. This is the work you've done with Glenn with the downloads.
You can sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? You got no one to blame for your unhappiness. No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind?
Let's keep going.
Oh, someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye.
Till
Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
all right. So that's the areas of the song that we covered off in the tutorials this week. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at them, but let's just break things down. I said I'd start with the hold on, but I'm going to cover them off later on when we go over chorus 2. I'll go through those hold on. So let's have a look at verse 2 and see what happens. It's not dissimilar to what happens in verse 1. There's just a few slight changes. Starting with sopranos, you start with the you could sustain. You could sustain. This is kind of canon, isn't there? You could sustain. You could sustain. You could sustain. So we have sopranos, altos, and bass. But listening to what the sopranos sing. Sopranos sing with me. 1, 2, 3, and you could sustain.
Or are you comfortable with the pain? No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind?
Okay.
Oh, you
So let's go through that. So you've got your you could sustain. Or are you comfortable with the pain? Or are you comfortable with the pain? Then the lower altos and bass sing, you've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. This is slightly different because you've got the, oh baby, So let's listen to those opening lines. Here we go again. And you could sustain. Ooh, are you comfortable with the pain? Lower altos and bass. Then no baby. No baby, you got yourself into your own mess. So just to go through that independently, you've got your no baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, let's just sing that. And actually, upper altos, you sing exactly that same sequence of notes. No baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, again with me, upper altos and sopranos. Oh baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, let's go on from there. Letting your worries pass you by, don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Okay, so that's quite tricky in that you've got the delayed letting your worries pass you by, okay, which is on the lyrics before this, and you have to go straight into don't you think it's worth your time. Let me just go through that rhythm for you. Letting your worries pass you by, and then we echo it. So the lower altos and bass sing there. Letting your worries pass you, letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time? You have to be really brave at that point, sopranos. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time? Try that again with me, sopranos. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh, and then that tags on to the end. Let me rewind it just a touch and we'll see if we can drop in for that bit. Just letting your worries, letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh, let's do that sequence again. And letting your worries pass, letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Okay, sopranos, let's try it from the top of that verse. Now, what I'm going to do is just to make our lives a little bit easier is I actually am going to turn up the bass and the lower altos because we cue a lot of what we're singing off what they are doing. So here we go. Sopranos again from that top. All the other parts, feel free to sing through. I'll be coming and revising a part in just a moment. But here we go with the soprano part in the mix. 1, 2, 3, and you could sustain. Yourself into your own mess. Ooh. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. And then we're into the chorus. Sopranos, how's that working out for you guys? Yeah, got some nods. People feeling okay-ish. Let's look at the alto line. Altos, this is what you're up to. You could sustain. So you're the second. So as with verse 1, you're kind of handing the baton to each other in terms of who's taking the tune. Let's look specifically at what the upper altos are singing. Upper altos with me. 1, 2, 3, and you could sustain. Ooh, or are you comfortable with the pain? You got stepping up. No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. So there's lots of similarities there in terms of what you're doing actually with the sopranos. If I skip through just that last bit as a classic example of that. So you've got your letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time? So on that, don't you think it's worth your time? You're just going in between two notes as opposed to the sopranos who've got, don't you think it's worth your time? So if I play the upper alto and soprano part together, don't you think it's worth your... And you have that harmony in there. And then altos, upper altos, you continue with to change your mind. So you've got those lower notes at the bottom of that. To change your mind. So if we just listen again, just that last little bit, just the upper altos.
Letting your worries pass you by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. So there's quite a big spectrum of notes that we have to cover off their upper altos, and that you're dipping into the soprano line and then you're dipping into the alto line, which is a little bit lower. Just the upper altos with the sopranos. Here we go. So sopranos, you start with you could sustain, you could sustain. Here we go. 2, 3, and you could sustain. Ooh, or are you comfortable with the pain? No, baby. Here we go.
No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh. Letting your worries pass you by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Very good. And if we now look at what the lower altos are up to, independent of the upper altos, lower altos, you've got this. You could sustain. Ooh, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? So if we look at again that last line, just letting your worries pass you by. Then you got your, don't you think it's worth your time? So you're stepping right down to that lower note. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? And then when you get to change your mind, you're back with the upper alto. So if we listen to what the upper altos and altos are doing at that point in the song, it sounds like this.
Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries
Together.
pass you by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Okay, so let's try just the lower alto from the top. 2, 3, and you could sustain. Ooh, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Very good. Let's try it with the upper altos and sopranos. See if we can piece this together. 1, 2, 3, and you could sustain. Ooh, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness.
No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries
Here we go
pass you
together.
by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Okay, sopranos and altos. How are we feeling? Yeah? Doing okay-ish? Yeah? Got a few thumbs up? Doing all right? Let's listen to the bass section at this point. Here we go, bass section. 1, 2, 3, and you could sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. I love that bit. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. So there's like really few lovely little intricate changes in the bass section at this point. I just really like them. Letting your worries pass you by is one of them. Let's try that again from the top of that sequence. Bass section. Here we go. So I'll cue you with the soprano and the alto line. 1, 2, 3, and... You could sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? That little step up there. You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Very good. So that last little line there, if I can just go through that with you, bass section. So you've got just... letting your worries pass you by. Then you're back with everyone. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. So let's just go through that. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh, at the end of that sequence, okay? That's where things get a little bit more tricky. Let's try it with the altos and sopranos as well, bass section, and see if we can piece this all together. Bass, you'll still be the most predominant part in the mix, but we'll piece it together. Sopranos, you could sustain. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... You could sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness.
No, baby.
You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by.
Worries pass you by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. Okay, so how is that coming together, guys? Feeling okay-ish? Yeah? Ish. Should I go through that bass part one more time? Bass section. Here we go. Bass section just on its own. 1, 2, 3, and... You could sustain, or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness. You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. One thing that might help you, bass section, just letting your worries pass you by. Stay on that note. Don't you think it's worth your time, in terms of finding that note, letting your worries pass you by. Then you've got your, don't you think it's worth your time. So you stay on the same note from by into don't. Yeah, that will help you no end. All three parts, and then we'll move on to the chorus. Here we go. Sopranos, altos, and bass. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and...
You could sustain,
or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame for your unhappiness.
no, baby.
You got yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by.
Worries pass you by.
Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind? Oh. So there's a question about the timing for the upper altos. Letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries pass you by. It's the same phrasing each time. It's just one is delayed. So if we hear the bass section and the lower alto singing, just letting your worries pass you by, letting your worries pass you by, letting your worries pass you by, letting your worries pass you by. You're simply echoing what happens with the lower altos and bass.
No, baby. You got
Have a listen.
yourself into your own mess. Ooh, just letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time to change your mind?
So the difficult thing, as I mentioned before, is for the upper altos and sopranos is to come straight back in with "Don't you think it's worth your time," which can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Let me see if I can move on now to chorus 2. So if I run it from here,
Oh, someday,
have a sing along.
if you want to turn around and say goodbye.
till.
Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
Okay, so this is where things change ever so slightly. If we look at the chorus. Now, I said last week that I'd start by going through the hold-ons, and now's the time I'm actually going to go through that. So, for example, if we look at the alto lines from here. Sorry.
Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way.
Let's look at that. Sorry, it got stuck. So you've got your things will go your way and hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Now, I can't play the piano and sing and move the lyrics at the same time, so we just need to know that we're singing hold on for one more day, all right? So if we look at that again, hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? That's the alto line. Altos, try it with me. Ready? 2, 3, and hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Again, altos, 1, 2, 3, and hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Okay, now that's the tricky line altos. Now, if we keep it going from there. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Now that is different to what happens in chorus 1, isn't it, altos? Yeah, and that's the slight difference that we have between chorus 1 and chorus 2, in that you've got this delayed things will go your way. And again, the best way to cue that is to listen to the other parts when they're singing theirs and we echo it. Have a listen to it.
Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way.
So you got things will go your way, things will go your way. It's like you're really trying to make that point in that dinner party and you're interrupting the person that's standing next to you. They're going, well, things will go your way. No, things will go your way. You're really trying to get your point across, altos. Listen again. Ready? And hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day?
Things will go your way.
Things will go your way.
Hold on for one more day.
And then we have to let the bass and sopranos continue that line. Altos, from the top of the chorus, he said confidently. Here we go. Let's go from the top of chorus 2, just the alto line. 1, 2, 3, and.
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way.
Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. My fault, not yours. See, I got distracted and started to sing Things Will Go Your Way. That was just to prove a point. It's a teaching technique. Okie dokie. Altos, let me move on to that soprano line in terms of what's going on at that same point in the song.
Can you hold on for one more day? Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
Okay, so again, looking at that line, you've got to come straight in with you. Don't you know? So you've gone you would have sung, don't you know things can change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? That's the tricky line, sopranos. Let me go from don't you know things can change, things will go your way. Here we go. Ready and don't you know? Ready, 2, 3, and don't you know things can change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Let me slow that right down. If you hold on on for one more day? Can you hold on for one more day? Can you hold on for one more day? And again, that line. Can you hold on for one more day? And it's that hold, that second hold on, which is the one you have to be really brave on. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Step up to hold on for one more day. That's how the pattern goes together. Let's try it from the top of that sequence, sopranos. 2, 3, and
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, don't you know things can change, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
how's that working out for you, sopranos? Yeah, let's try it with the altos. 2, 3, and
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
okay, good. And now if we have a look at the bass section in terms of what you guys are up to, it's pretty much the same sequence for you guys, apart from a couple of little filly notes.
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye.
So this is all the same.
Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way.
Have a listen.
Hold on for one more day.
So you've got that. The only thing that changes for you bass section is that last little line at the end. Hold on for one more day. Try that with me, bass section. And hold on for one more day. So you've got that 3 movements. And again, hold on for one more day. Okay. Aside from that, it's identical to what you sang last week, bass section. Does that make sense to you? It's just that last little bit at the end. Okay. Let's try it again, bass section, from that same point. Here we go. From the top of the chorus 2. 1, 2, 3. And
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day.
okay, bass section, how are we feeling? All right? Yeah, coming together? Let's try the 3 parts together and then I'll let it run into the bridge section. Here we go. So you've got your someday. So you've got your, bear with me. Someday, someday, someday. 1, 2, 3, and
Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day, can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one
let's keep
more
going.
day. I know that there's ways. Hold on for one more day. Break free from the chains. No more pain. I know that there's danger. Hold on for one more day. Break from the chains.
Okay, so let's look at this bridge section. Now, this is a bit I will probably start next week's session with in terms of going through this. But in terms of the bass and the lower altos, you've kind of got this completely separate pattern that you're singing. It's almost like a new part of the song. So you go, I know there's pain, one more day, those chains, no more pain, one day will break try it with me. Ready? And 2. I know there's pain. One more day. Those chains. No more pain. One day. We'll break those chains. Now, if I put it on with the track, independent, lower altos and bass. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. I know there's pain. One more day. No chains. No more pain. One day. We'll break those chains. Try again. I know there's pain. One more day. Those chains. No more pain. One day. We'll break those chains. And there's that build at the end of it. That then leads us into Someday Somebody. Now, out of context, that sounds really odd, but ultimately you're kind of underpinning what the upper altos and sopranos are up to. So if you hear it in context of what they're singing, feel free to sing along, upper altos and sopranos. I'm going to go through your parts in just a moment, but bass section, just so we can hear it in context, let's sing it with the upper altos and sopranos. They're going to cue us with their I know there's pain. So they're going to sing their I know there's pain. So we're kind of echoing it a little bit, aren't we? Here we go. 2, 3, and I know there's pain. One more day. Those chains. No more pain. One day. We'll break those chains. One more time. Lower altos and bass. I know there's pain. One more day. Those chains. No more pain. One day. We'll break those chains. Okay, lower altos and bass. Is that coming together? We don't have to be quite there yet with it. I've just run through it literally 3 times with you. We'll start next week's session with that line, so don't panic. Upper altos and sopranos. You've got a lot of sneezing to do in this.
I know that there is pain.
Achoo.
Hold on for one more day.
Achoo.
Break free from the chains. Yeah, I know that there is pain. But
Achoo.
hold on for one more day. You
Achoo.
can break free, break from the chains.
So you've got those very quick lines. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can. So the but you and you can, I think they're almost like a little sneeze. Achoo, like a very quick, like a achoo. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can. It's that same kind of principle. Very, very quick little lines. Then break free from the chains is when you break into harmony. So for example, hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. So sopranos, you've got to move a whole octave up. You can break free from the chains. Sorry, my fault. Break free from the chains. It's the that you're stepping down on. Break free from the chains. And then you move back to, yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. That last line, sopranos, is break free, break from the chains. And when you get back to from the chains, you're back in unison with the upper altos. Let's listen to just the soprano line. 1, 2, 3, and I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. And it's a case of having enough breath to build that final note. Again with me, sopranos, and I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. Very good. Now, upper altos, I hope you're paying attention because your part is almost identical. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. So that lower alto line is pretty much exactly the same. So you got your I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. So it's not quite as high, obviously. Break free from the chains. Stepping down. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. Break free, break from the chains. Try that with me. Upper altos. Break free, break from the chains. See how that works? Let's try it with the sopranos. Sopranos and upper altos from the top of that sequence. It's almost identical. 1, 2, 3, and I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free from the chains. That's it. Well done. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. You can break free, break from the chains. And at the end of that sequence, you're all singing in unison on that break free from the chains. Let's try it with the lower altos and bass. Like I say, don't panic too much if you haven't mastered the final 5 minutes on Zoom is always tough. You're like, I just need a glass of wine, coffee. And that's how it's going to come together. Here we go. All 3 parts together. So we've got this. I know there's pain. So lower altos and bass, you've got your I know there's pain. Upper altos and sopranos. I know that there is pain. Here we go. 2, 3, and I know there's pain. Hold on for one more day. Break free from those chains. No more pain. I know there's pain. Hold on for one more day. We'll break from those chains. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. That's right, and then we clap above our heads and we get very excited. Right, okay, up on your feet. Let's try the song all the way from the top, all the way up to that point, and then we're going to have a sing through a symphony, and then I'll let you guys head off into the sunshine. Do get out today if you can. Go for a stroll, get your heart rate up, go and get some vitamin D on your face. You're probably at the pinnacle of being vitamin D deficient. I had blood test results back the other day. I am way low in vitamin D, so I'm trying to get as much sunshine on my face as I can. Here we go. I know there's pain. Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? Make you happy, it will. No one can change your life except for you. Don't ever let anyone step all over you. Just open your heart and your mind. Is it really fair to feel this way inside? Stepping out! Let's go for it! Somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things can change, things will go your way. Coming forwards! Hold on for one more day. Stepping out. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. Stepping out again. Okay, so we've got that delayed you can sustain. Starting with the sopranos. Be brave. Here we go. And you can sustain. Or are you comfortable with the pain? You've got no one to blame. Sopranos, upper altos, go for it. No, baby, you got yourself into your own mess. Coming forwards. Just letting your worries pass you by. Letting your worries pass you by. Don't you think it's worth your time? So we're going to step out in the chorus with a double click. Here we go. And someday somebody's going to make you want to turn around and say goodbye. Till then, baby, are you going to let them hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know, things will change. Things will go forwards with a double click. Hold on for one more day. Can you hold on for one more day? Things will go your way. Things will go your way. Hold on for one more day. I know there's pain. Hold on for one more day. Break free from the chains. No more pain. Yeah, I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day. We'll break those chains.
things can change, things will go your way. If you hold on for one more day.
Okay.
Can you hold on?
So the observant among you will have noticed that things changed ever so slightly again at the end of that chorus, okay? And that's what's going to be covered off with the final week's tutorials, which will be available for you later this week. They're going to be hosted by the lovely Danny. I got some really positive feedback about Glenn, so I've kind of loosened up the shackles a little bit. I don't feel so quite such a control freak about letting my choir see other choir leaders' tutorials. So Danny's, and also takes a huge pressure off me and not having to spend about 4 or 5 hours in a week pulling those resources together. So Danny's going to be leading those tutorials this week. They'll be with you by the end of the week. And then that will be the conclusion of the song, because this is week 8, next week is week 9, and the week after that is week 10. And then we have a little break for Easter. But with that in mind, what I wanted to do is have a sing through a symphony. But interestingly enough, this is a video that I found that some of the leaders had that I didn't, and it's got Lucy and some of her prefects, including Stacey, and they're doing the signing. So, and it's how it's broken up. So if you want to have a go at the signing, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. Whatever works for you. So you've got Lucy doing the soprano lines, the altos are in the middle, and Stacey's on the left-hand side doing the bass part. Have a listen to this and see how you get on with it. If you don't want to do the signing, that's absolutely fine. Just have a sing along with what you're familiar with. If you do want to have a go at the signing, this is what it's supposed to look like.
I've been hearing symphonies. Before all I heard was silence. A rhapsody for you and me. And every melody is timeless. Life was stringing me along. Then you came and you cut me loose. Was so lost thinking on my own. Now I can find the key with.
So we all join in here.
Now your song is on repeat, resounding to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I'm feeling complete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. Symphony.
Well done. Fantastic. So some of you signing away there, but that's how it's supposed to work, with it all split up like that. So good times. Stacey's going to be running again a session on the in the festival as well. So she's been doing some work there with her and teaching some more signing if that's something that you're really into. Right, okay, guys, listen, it's a lovely day. I'm going to let you guys crack on. I've run over ever such a touch today. There'll be an email sent out later in the week with what we're going to cover off in next week's session and how that's going to work. I'll send you the revision songs with all the links. Hopefully you'll get them. I'm so sorry if there's been a problem with the links in the email that I sent you. It's a long-winded story, but it's essentially an issue when I copy information from Word into my mail server rather than something. Anyway, so sometimes the links don't work. I'll resend them out this afternoon, so Thursday morning's covered in terms of that. But you guys all made it, and you're on YouTube today, so well done if you've managed to make it into the session today. And I'll let you guys head off into the sunshine. Do go and get some sunshine on your face if you can, guys. Look after yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Jan, thanks for coming out and looking after everyone today on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And Joan as well. Thank you to my lovely prefects. Denise as well, lovely to see you. Kathy, and we've got Anne here as well. Katie Grove, hope you're doing okay. And Jane Ramsey as well. Hi Jane. Tina as well. Tina, lovely Tina. Nikki, hope you're doing okay. How's retirement going, Nikki? Still enjoying it? Yeah, it's all good. That little cat keeping you busy. Always. Jan, lovely to see you. Jan, hope Nigel's doing okay. Lovely to see you both. And Lindsay as well. Who we got here? Sue and Carol. Hi guys. Liz Baker as well. Carol, hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Carol, good to see you. And Liz Knapp as well. Hi Liz, hope you're doing okay. Catherine Lawton as well. Catherine, I do love that photo. I keep saying that picture on your wall. So lovely of you and your family. It's really, really sweet. And Dave, lovely to see you, Dave, on Tuesday morning. Sorry if you had some troubles getting in, but you're here now and it's all good. Jan's here as well. Janet Jones. Hi Janet, good to see you. And Emma Jones. I've got Emma Jones and Janet Jones next to each other. If you did that, you'd be holding hands. How exciting. Oh, hang on a minute. This is crazy. I've got Marion Jones next to you as well. I got my Joneses. The Joneses all together. Elizabeth, good to see you as well. And Jill as well. Anne's loving a bit of Dire Straits on a Tuesday morning. Carol and Drip, lots of love, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. So maybe see some of you guys at the weekend. That'll be awesome. Sue as well. Happy birthday, Sue, for tomorrow. And Jane, I hope you're doing okay this morning, Jane. Good to see you. Chris Jenkins as well. Hi, Chris. Teresa as well. And Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're doing all right. And Susan Lawrence. Hi, Susan. Lots of love to you. To you all. Caroline as well. Oh, and Catherine Abel's here. Catherine, I'm so sorry about the Zoom side thing, but you're in, and that's all good. Have you got your cameras turned off today? Let's have a little look. We've got Jess. Oh, hi, Jess. Yeah, hope you're doing okay. And Lorraine as well. And then everyone else on YouTube. Hi, Mel. Good to see you on a Tuesday morning. And Mum and Dad, hope you guys are doing all right. I'll call you later. Yeah, take it easy, everyone. Lots of love. Get some sunshine on your face. See you soon.